All right, here's my grease gun. I'm out of grease, so what do I do? Well, that's a good question. I'm going to be using some Lucas extra heavy duty axle grease, and this is a grease tube. This allows me to not have to pack my grease gun. I can just insert the tube. So, what do you do to do that? Well, first off, you need to retract the plunger as so. So normally this handle, when your grease gun is empty, will be here. So you need to pull it back. The problem with pulling it back is there's a lot of grease in there and there's a lot of suction you got to pull. So that's difficult to pull. So what you need to do is, while the head is still attached to the tube, unscrew your vent to vent some air into it. Allows you to pull this back. Once this is pulled back, you can unscrew the head from your grease gun. And you see I've done so. All right, and then you pull your tube out of your grease gun. I'm gonna have to pause for a second because I only have one free hand. So give me just a minute. All right, I got it started. I want to show you this though. That white rim right there around the top of the grease tube is the white rim that you see sitting next to the threads once it's fully inserted. So I'm going to set that on my knee, kind of block the camera just a little bit. I'll push this in. Well, I've already created too much of a problem. I haven't already pulled it out. Anyway, there it is. You pull it out. I use a rag, preferably so I can get a thumb in there. Pull it out. You can see where I've pushed the little white cap that comes on the end of it. Or not the little white cap, sorry. Taking that off. And push my plunger up. See, there's where your handle will be when you're empty. I think clean a little bit of that off. Pull that back down. Adjust my camera just a second. Pull that back down. This will automatically lock it in place. You can't see that, but that plunger's all the way back down. I've got my new grease tube. It's a little damaged right here. I wouldn't worry about that damage too much. It's not that big of a deal. You just got to be able to get that cap off. I had it stuck on my finger. So, it's just a little bit of metal. It's not being held on by a weld or anything. So I just take my screwdriver, running it right around there. So if you damage your end of your tube, don't feel like you just got to give it up. Throw it away because you can't use it, because you can. Get a little shop rag right here. Grab this so I can get a grip on it. There you go. Pulled it off. Pulled it off. Set it there. You know, it's just cardboard and a little bit of metal. You can try not to cut yourself, but you can straighten it out just a little bit. Get a shop rag real quick. Okay, now you just take the cap off the end of it, and there's your grease. See, there's the white cap that came with it. Came on the end. Discard that. Put that where the white cap was in first. This will seat as far as it can go. And you see it's a little bit around the edge. As your plunger comes up almost all the way to the end, it will straighten most of that out just by force. You saw how the last one I put on was kind of round. That little bit of that dent in it right there, It's because I used a screwdriver to pry it out just a little bit. But this tube was also a little bit of damage, had a little bit of damage on it when I put it in there, and you can see that it kind of straightens itself out. That grease gun will take care of that. So get your grease gun on there, get your cap on. I still got my vent out just a little bit. I'm trying to keep the grease end of the hose on that rag instead of on the concrete. This concrete's not dirty, it's been stained brown. So there you go. Release your, get that on video. You're gonna release your hose here. I'm sorry, release your plunger. Give it a little pull, push the button, push that all the way down. The plunger didn't go all the way down, but it will go as you use the grease up. But you put that plunger all the way down. Still got a little bit of a vent. I'm sorry. Still got a little bit of a vent open right here. So I'm going to prime a little bit. See the grease coming out at the end there? So I put a little bit of hand tight on it. You can see I got grease coming out there, and it's a little bit of that green grease. It's because you want to let the air out. You don't want to get air trapped in there no more than you have to. A little bit, it's not going to hurt you. And now screw the vent down. There you go. So if you don't have a grease gun and you're worried about how hard it is to take care of or clean or load or change, that's it. That's pretty much the extent of it right there. If you get this type of grease gun and you use tubes, grease tubes, rather than pack with grease. If you pack with grease, I say good luck to you. All right, we're gonna stop there. Hit like and subscribe, and I'll try to keep them coming. If there's something you want to hear about, know about, or see done, let me know. All right, have a great, well, this is going to be a Labor Day weekend, but have a great whatever weekend it is where you're watching this.